We shall see. And moving on, we're going to the West. We have Lakers and Nuggets. Like we said earlier, this is another rematch from the bubble. So Lawrence, I'm gonna throw it to you again. Who do you have in this series? In how many games?
Um, I went Nuggets in seven. I think it's
Mm,
revenge
mm,
time.
mm, mm, mm.
The way I broke it down with the Heat, I'll break it down again with in this series as well. I think in terms of best player, I'm going Jokic, bro. No, get it? I get it. It's the goat and stuff, but
Come on
it,
now.
it's Anthony Davis's team, so I'm going with Jokic. Um,
That's
in
actually
ter-
fair.
in terms of coaching, I'm I'm gonna go with the Nuggets coach just because he's coached these guys for so long. He knows
Yeah, he has.
he knows the ins and outs of everything they can do, and it really feels like he's like, I don't want to say, but like he's really like, I guess, sparked his team this postseason. It's like they're they're smashing games, like they're absolutely killing
Yes.
games. And it's like he's getting everything perfectly out of every player. Like the fact that they made their focal point. I mean, I get it. When people get hot, you tend to give them the ball, but sometimes you don't give them the chance to get the ball. But in Game Seven, KCP literally just went crazy hot, and instead of like oh, but it's not our star, so I got to get my star some points. He's got an unselfish big man who, like we say, he doesn't have to be selfish. He'll get his guys buckets, and Murray sometimes has these games where he decides not to be a wild card and he plays it the right way.
Yeah.
And I think just in that beginning of the game, they just kept giving the ball to KCP, and the man couldn't miss. The man couldn't
Couldn't
miss.
miss.
So
No.
like it's like they didn't think too highly of themselves to go, oh my god, yeah, KCP's got 13 points, but Jokic has two, so we need to give Jokic the ball. Jokic is like, I don't give a crap. Keep giving him the ball. He hot, and he would drive the lane, and he just behind the back. KCP's wide open. Well, because the Suns aren't even thinking about KCP. The Suns are saying to us, yeah, if you beat us with KCP, we accept that. Okay,
Yep.
that's why you had 81 points scored on you in the first half. That's why when they were making the jokes, that's the second time that Devin Booker's been beaten by a white European in Game Seven.
Like his for anyone that's on Twitter, like they show like a little map and it's like all of Europe, Eastern Europe.
So it's like, I don't know, because in my opinion, I thought the two best teams in this postseason were the Suns and the Nuggets,
Mm.
and for the most part, like the Nuggets handled them. Like they let the Suns win at home twice, but they went home, smacked them, and then they decided to go to Phoenix and smack them harder. So, and I don't know. I think I was reading that the Nuggets have a running record so far in the last few seasons against the Lakers. That also being, it's not the same Lakers as the last couple seasons. I mean, the same Lakers as
No.
earlier in the season. LeBron didn't play all those games, but I think it's just kind of like a mindset that the Nuggets are gonna be in to just be like, dude,
Mm.
they're beatable, man, and like we're on fire. And
Mm.
I think important things happened during that Sun series. Like Michael Porter Jr. didn't look really good in the first series against the Timberwolves,
Yeah,
but
not really.
he had that one. He had that one incredible Game Five at home,
Yeah.
and you could tell in Game Six he was available to score if he basically they all were, but he was available to score and get points when needed. And I think just the fact that like you can end on a game like that of just giving an absolute butt kicking to this other team, like the good movie Waterboy once said, they opened up a can of whoop ass on them. So I think just the fact that you can go like you can finish off a series like that, you get a whole extra like 2 days on the other competition. They had a whole day to just watch the Lakers perform. Like they know what they want
Yeah.
to do. And I'll finish it off on the fact that okay, so this is going to come down to the two big pieces, the two main characters. Who do I trust more, Jokic or Anthony Davis? Well, Jokic is a big man, and he might break AD in a 7-game series. He might break him, dude.
Here we go.
So, like, what am I expecting? Old man LeBron to score 40 points a game? I don't
He
think
might.
LeBron. I don't think LeBron can score 40 points a game.
Nah, never doubt him.
I don't think he can.
Never say never.
He's gonna have KCP slapping him up. And KCP went a whole year practicing against him, so he knows how to slap up LeBron.
Ain't nobody know how to slap up LeBron. Come on now.
I don't know about that one.
All right,
I rest my
so
case.
you rest your case. You got what? Nuggets in 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry to, I hate to do this to you, but I'm gonna have to disagree. When you have the goat things happen. All right. Now this has been foretold. Like our great uncle Shannon Sharp has foretold. He has foreseen what is going to come. And when LeBron gets to the conference finals, it is written in stone. This man has only lost one conference finals way back when, back to when before the iPhone 4 release, back in what 08 against the Magic when he was supposed to play Kobe in that finals was the last time he lost a conference finals. So I mean, I'm not betting against Goat Man. So I got Lakers in 6.
And
Don't
6.
Lakers in 6. I don't care if it's the Denver Nuggets, chicken nuggets, steak nuggets. It don't matter. Lakers in 6. Come on now. I
Where's
can't
your evidence
believe.
for this? Where's your evidence for this?
I mean, I got LeGoat James, and I got always dominant Anthony Davis.
Always dominant. Didn't this man get
Yeah,
a concussion
he ain't
and
getting none. He still play. Look at him.
he got
17
wheelchaired
and
off?
20.
He got wheelchaired off?
He got wheelchaired off and came back the next game and got 17 and 20. Come on now.
Don't buy it.
All right. Well, you too will soon be a believer. All right. Once Braun and AD get back to the finals, Lakers in 6. And then when we really get down to it, it really comes down to which duo plays better, right? LeBron, AD versus Jokic, Jamal Murray. And like you said many times on this podcast, Jamal Murray is the wild card. So I'm betting on him. He's going to not show up more times than he does show up. And then when it comes to Anthony Davis, I think he showed me in the last series that he can, other than what, I think from game 1 to 2, he didn't show up. But then after that, he consistently showed up. Whether that was, hey, I need to score this night, or hey, I need to lock down defense and let me grab a bunch of rebounds. So I think consistency wise, I'm going to put my trust in LeBron and AD to hold the series down. Obviously, they're going to need to steal one on the road. So I'm thinking game 1, they're going to steal game 1. And they play tomorrow night. So I'm predicting they steal game 1 tomorrow night. That's pretty much the only chance they have to close this out in 6. Otherwise, yeah, it's probably going 7. But I'm going to be bold in my predictions. Lakers in 6. I mean, even breaking it down further, right? I mean, even though Darvin Ham's a rookie head coach, uh, he's actually rallied this team around Anthony Davis and LeBron, and he's gotten the best out of not only Rui, who was a couple months ago, he was sitting on the bench in Washington, not doing anything. Comes to LA, immediately, fits in. His role changes from night to night, but he always stays ready to play. And Darvin Ham is like put the motivation into him, and hey, you gotta stay ready. Because in Washington he was, not getting playing time, didn't like that, wanted a bigger role. Comes to LA, he gets a bigger role, but it's like sporadically, right? He doesn't, sometimes he doesn't play big minutes every game. So hats off to Darvin for doing that. It's getting the best out of Austin Reeves. I mean, look at Austin Reeves. Like, let's be honest. Did we see the Austin Reeves that we see right now? Did we see him a year ago? Like, we didn't foresee this. He's getting the best out of that kid. D'Angelo, he's playing well. So I mean, it really comes down to the role players. Can KCP, Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter Jr., Bruce Brown, can these guys outplay, the Austin Reeves, the Dennis Ruders, the Ruries, the Vandos of the world? So it's pretty much we got two, separate, like, components going on in terms of which team is going to win. Basically, which duo is going to play better and which role players are going to do better. Because when you come down to it, as far as defense, I feel like both teams are pretty even on defense. Would you say? I mean, Lakers were finished number one post trade deadline in defense, and Nuggets have been good on defense all year. Especially they upped it up in the playoffs. In terms of offense, both teams are pretty offensively good, so I'm not too worried about that. So, I mean, it really comes down to the role players. I feel like coaching-wise, Darvin Ham's done a good job, and Mike Malone has done a good job with his team, too.
I just think the fact that the Nuggets shoot a better field goal percentage. So they have a higher percent. They shoot at a higher percent, and that's just something that's pretty key. In terms of paint warfare, I just like the duo of Gordon and Jokic in the paint fighting for rebounds more than I like AD and who's his wingman down there in the paint? Vanderbilt? I thought he comes off the bench.
He did that one game, so they're probably going to go back to that LeBron, Vando, Anthony Davis front court.
So that's how they're going to stop Jokic, just get two towers down there?
I mean, Anthony Davis can stop Jokic by himself. Come on now. That's a one-on-one.
Nah. Jokic MVP, dog.
Yeah, you're right. He should have been. Because the other guy went back home. He hasn't been out the second round in, I don't know, 4 years, 4 times now. But we'll get to him in a little bit.
Yeah, so, I mean, Jokic got hate for getting MVP votes. Freaking Mark Jackson over here didn't even vote for him somehow.
The disrespect. Come on now.
But, like, this man, he lost a game against the Suns, but scored 51 points. And then after the game, didn't badmouth his teammates when they lost. But then,
Unlike somebody I know. Joel
Embiid says his team didn't show up when Maxey. No, what was it? It wasn't Maxey. Tobias had those points.
Tobias and Tyrese Maxey scored more points, but we'll get into that. I want to save what I gotta say the next segment because I'm tired of him.
All right, well, let's take it to that next segment. We said what we need about the Heat. We said what we need about the Nuggies. You want to come over here and call them steak nuggies. I don't know about you, but before Michelle Obama hurt my school lunch, the steak nuggies were banging.
Oh, for sure. That was like top 3 like lunch choices, like in the rotation, like chicken nuggets, the steak nugget days, and then we had like chicken parm sandwiches. So those are like the top 3.
Oh yeah. I remember those chicken sandwiches. We had buffalo chicken sandwiches day. We had a chicken parm sandwich day. We had simple literally like looked like McChickens, but they had like this ranch sauce on them. Oh, those were the days, man. Then it got destroyed.
Nah, we still had good food. We had they kind of pivoted to wraps, but we had some like barbecue chicken wraps or buffalo chicken wraps. Those are good.
They absolutely crushed us. It was hard.
Well,
hard times.
Enough talk about school lunch. Let's get into this NBA grading series. Hello there, and welcome to the MTL Sports Podcast. Thank you for watching this video clip of one of our most recent episodes. Please drop a like, drop a comment in the comment section below. And also, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and also hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date with the most recent MTL Sports Podcast content. For those that don't know, we are also available on Spotify for those who listen audio only. Once again, thank you so much, and this is the MTL Sports Podcast.